This chapter of my story starts last December, when I found an email draft on my wife's account. It was to an old friend of hers. I had met him years before. He and his wife and 2 kids were at our house 4 or 5 years ago. It said that she was falling out of love with him, but still said she wished he was here so she could rest her head on his shoulder, and she thought they would be like Charles and Camilla. I approached her about it the next night and did a lot of yelling and screaming, but she did agree not to talk to him anymore, but she was not happy with our marriage, which is why she was looking elsewhere. When I found the letter, she was at the end of an over 3-month leave from work, for treatment for depression. She was in an intensive outpatient program. She went group and individual therapy 8 hours a day 4 days a week for I think it was almost the 3 months. To be honest, I almost felt guilty about making her give up her friend. I figured she was getting something from him that she wasn't from me. He is also married with 2 kids, as I said before, and lives like 250 miles away. I asked and believed that there was no physical contact, and at the time I did not even know the term emotional affair, yet know the damage they can do. Let me give a little background. My wife and I have been married 9 years. We are in our 40s with 2 beautiful girls, 6 and 8, the older one has autism. We lived together for about 2 years before getting married and dated for a year or 2 before that. We first met over 20 years ago when we delivered pizza together. So we are talking 13-year relationship plus like a 10-year casual friendship before that. Back to the recent past. After finding the letter and hearing her response that she was not happy, I feared for my marriage for the first time. I thought everything was all right. I did not know there was a problem. I got into some counseling to help with some anger problems I have. It was nothing major, just an underlying tension that was persistent in me. I started read self-help books on marriage. I made a conscious choice to love my wife unconditionally and do everything I could to save our marriage. I thought it was making a difference, until 2 months ago when my wife asked me to move out for the summer, that she wanted some space. I found she had not stopped contact with the OM for long. She calls him and emails him from her work phone, which is password protected. Finally 2 weeks ago she said she would stop contacting him, rather than me telling her that she need to. This time it was her decision, and the next day she came home and told me that she had called him and told him, something she never told me before. I did not give her the summer alone like she had asked for. I don't know where I could have gone or anything. I thought it was a little unreasonable. She said she was going to spend a couple weeks at a hotel. The kids are at grandma's for the summer. Until she figured out she could not afford it, so she just spent 3 nights this week. I did convince her to see my doctor with me to help get some answers. She refuses any kind of marriage counseling or even reading a book with me. At our appointment she says I am a good man and good father. 90% of our relationship is good, but it is lacking an intangible that she does not feel can ever be there, and has felt this way since our first year of marriage. She also said she felt marrying me was a mistake. This was last Thursday. On Saturday I went to an out-of-town picnic and stayed the night at a friend's house. This would give her an extra vacation day from me. She left Sunday before I got home and came back on Wednesday. She came in the door crying. I asked what was wrong. She said she spent Saturday crying for me to come home and then spent Wednesday crying that she had to come home. The last 2 days she has been very cold to me, a switch from last week. I had started pushing her away after the meeting with the doctor, and really before that. It seems when I push her away she comes to me, and when I try to pull her in she pushes away. There is my story. Sorry so long, should have posted here before it became so long. I know some of you are going to say get a divorce. I don't think that is right for anyone involved. I really want to save my marriage. Any advice would be appreciated.